you want to be on the show, Bubbles? We're live here, Bubbles. Here, you want to be? Come here. Come here, Bubbles. Come here. Show everybody you're here. You've been on every episode there has been for a while. Bubbles, you coming? Here, you want to say hi? There's Bubbles. Bubbles, say hi. Say hi, everyone. There you go. Bubbles. All right, Bubbles is here. Sorry about that, everyone. Hey, it's a late night episode of Betty's like, would you stop moving around? I'm trying to sleep here. And Jerry's getting cattail in his face. He's not a happy camper. Well, anyway, it's a late at night edition of the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Been a busy, crazy day. Trying to get my do some programming last night. Broke my website a little bit. Had to go figure out how to repair it. It's been a while since I had to do that, but it got fixed. So now I'm trying to get it all done on my Kanban chart from the other day. Anyway, that's not the story I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about work in progress failure at the automotive shop, where I took my car in on Thursday. I just got it back today. And it's supposed to be just an inspection, and the work wasn't really kind of minor. Anyway, so I want to talk about that today and how people use work in progress and they try to abuse the metrics so they look good, but in the end, they just look terrible, to be honest with you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and it's not 5 a.m., but it's 5 a.m. somewhere in the world today, and we got people listening from all around the world, right, Bubs? And we do this to help you bring value to the customer that working crazy hours, not getting them pissed off like I was today. Actually, I wasn't pissed off. I was just a little perturbed, disappointed, but I wasn't pissed. My wife is pissed. Anyway, and get home to your family and friends so you can have fun and enjoy your time. So, over the weekend, so we live in Philly, right? So in Philly, you can't move your car if you want to lose your parking spot. So, of course, when my car's in the shop, my wife is like, I ain't losing my parking spot, and it ain't moving. So we're just walking everywhere. So we end up walking all around Philly. But so I had a little model Matchbox car here, racing car, just for the automobile part. So I took my car in to get worked on. Someone wrote code somewhere to send a message out to me on Thursday. Actually, I think it was Thursday or Friday, that it predicted my car to be ready by 7:25 p.m. based on what would need to be done, or 7:45 p.m. on, I guess I'm assuming Friday. But it wasn't. And the reason why, it's funny. So, classic WIP issue. The mechanics are bringing stuff and signing it in as being in process, so they don't get flagged in their system for being late on bringing work into the process. So what they're doing is they're bringing a bunch of them in within the time period that allows before they get flagged, and therefore their WIP, their work in progress, gets so large that none of the cars get done. So my car, I got a text message saying my car is in process. And it was such and such and such and such. That wasn't true. The guy didn't even touch the job at all Friday, nor all day Saturday. But here's the kicker, right? Because they manipulated the system to make it work the way it was, nothing was triggering for somebody else to go take on the job. So they had no way of moving the work around. Another Kanban WIP Scrum failure there, because the one person took all the work in, and the way they run their Kanban is that they all take one job at a time, or they manage their own work and don't worry about their teammates. So rather than flagging like this, and this is it's funny, this is classic too. I tell all my teams, hey, if it sits around in a certain state for more than a day, or in this case, probably a couple hours in the automobile shop, that it should get flagged automatically, see if someone else can do it or what can be done. So apparently that's not how they do it at this shop. They just let it sit underneath the person's queue, even if the person's not doing it, because no one else wants to do it because they're all working on stuff. So they probably don't want to get gigged for taking so long to get the job. So of course they're not going to take the job. And that's because some idiot programmed their software wrong and all their kickbacks not kickbacks, their triggers in the system for what's going bad. And I digress. So what's going on is that they have a lot of stuff in process. Problem is having all those cars in process, none of the cars get done. And that's why we always try to limit how much work is in progress on the teams. The more stuff you have work in progress, the less stuff that gets done. So maybe jumping from car to car to car to car, but no car is actually making it to the done to get paid. And I saw a lot of pissed off people there when I was there today. I'm like, yeah, you're pissed off. My car has been sitting here for 3 days. And what I actually had to do on Sunday, it's actually every day, kind of call to see how my car was. On Sunday, I had to check in because no one was working on it. And the guy said to me today, he says, well, it could take 4 days, it could take all day. I said, look, I says, I don't know what you're doing there. I actually called him out on it. I called him out. I said, you guys are playing the system. I said, you're sitting there bringing all this stuff in, so you're not triggering stuff in your system. So the report doesn't go out to central management that you got a lot of cars not getting worked and they're sitting off to the side. I think that made him think about it. Said, oh shit, he knows what we're doing. And if we don't get his car done, he's going to call central office and tell them we've been jerry-rigging the system, and they're going to get a lot of trouble. I still want to call. And if they ever give me a survey, you know what I'm going to write in that survey. But they just have too much stuff in WIP, and they just need to get the stuff they're working on, get it done and be done. But the system is geared to not promote that or encourage that process. And that's where a lot of these companies just mess up totally. And it happens in software too. Just trying to get too much stuff in there. They got a system that says, oh, you can't let it sit, pull it in, and nothing's getting done on the other side. And my favorite one is in the IT QA office or the troubleshooting office, where they bring tickets in and they don't do anything. And they said, well, did it fix itself? I'm like, what do you mean it fixed itself? I said, did you not do anything? Well, we were just kind of hoping it would fix itself so we didn't have to do anything, because we just, all we do is pull a bunch of tickets in. We really don't know how to fix them. We just pull them in. I mean, I've had that too before. And I'm like, really killing me. Because they would ask me if I did anything. I said, I'm not the one flipping the switch on the server. That's your job. So anyway, so that's what I want to share with you. A prime example in this case with my car, even though I don't have a sports car like this, a race car, getting worked in the shop where they're just pulling everything in to make their numbers look good. Say, I know all this. I know all the tricks. It's like, I can call you out in a second. They're pulling them in to make their numbers look good, so it doesn't look like they have customers waiting to get started on. And that's what they don't want. And they screwed up totally. And no one worked on it. And so I missed 2 whole days of getting the parts and putting it on the car because there's no one there on a Sunday. Go figure that one. So I wanted to share that story with you just so other people know that their IT department or whatever and other places, the goal is not to get 50 customers working on it at the same time. The goal is to get 50 customers, get their product and give us their money faster. And by pulling more product in, it doesn't get there. You get more money by finishing stuff and getting it done and handing it off. That's why I was trying to do the Kanban stuff for the weekend. So we'll continue that. There is a surprise behind one of the walls, which I will videotape and put into a TikTok, but I have to do it during the daylight because there's no light in that room because of the fire. So I will take a video of it tomorrow. I'll put it up on TikTok and I'll show the before and after of the room where the surprise is behind the wall. Anyway, maybe you'll get a kick at it for people like finding secret stuff. So with that, I say, have a good evening or good morning, depending where you are, and happy scrumming, and we'll see you tomorrow. I should be up early tomorrow, bright and early, doing the show, and as long as I'm not up all night long working on my website and doing some coding, I think we'll be in good shape. But it was fun breaking the rust off my coding skills. Anyway, I want to wish you the best. Have a great day. Happy scrumming, and see you tomorrow. Bye. See ya.